Murder in the abandoned mansion. They thought it was just a weekend getaway, but by nightfall, the abandoned mansion would claim its next victims. Tonight on True Crime USA, we reveal the chilling story of Jake and Emily and the dark secrets hidden in a mansion left to rot in rural Pennsylvania. Stay with us, because nothing is what it seems. Jake and Emily were thrill seekers. Exploring forgotten places was their idea of fun. When Jake discovered an abandoned mansion deep in the Pennsylvania woods, he saw it as the perfect romantic weekend adventure. Emily wasn't so sure. The fog hung low, curling like ghostly fingers around the skeletal trees. "Jake, are you sure this is safe?" she asked, clutching his hand. "Exactly why it's perfect," Jake replied. "A little adventure, just us and history." The mansion rose from the mist like a shadow. Broken windows stared like empty eyes, and the front door sagged on its hinges. The smell of damp wood and decay filled the air. Locals whispered about the mansion's dark past, disappearances, murders, and strange noises. Jake laughed nervously. "Don't worry, it's all just stories." But Emily felt it, something watching them from the shadows. Inside, dust lay thick on every surface. Cobwebs draped the furniture like tattered curtains. The wind whispered through broken windows, carrying secrets from decades ago. They explored room after room. Old portraits lined the walls, faces scratched over their eyes, as if someone wanted them erased from memory. The house groaned under every step. Upstairs, Emily spotted a locked door at the end of the hallway. "What's behind there?" she whispered. Jake found an old key in a drawer. Heart pounding, he unlocked the door. Inside, the walls were plastered with yellowed newspapers. Headlines screamed, "Murder, betrayal, disappearances." On a small table lay a diary, its pages stained dark, possibly blood. Emily picked it up, trembling. "Jake, it talks about murders, people disappearing in this house." A sudden noise echoed from the hallway. Slow, deliberate footsteps creeped from the darkness. A shadow moved in the dim moonlight. Jake froze. Emily gripped his arm. Then the figure stepped forward. An elderly man, the mansion's caretaker, with eyes empty, cold, and filled with malice. "You shouldn't have come here," he said. He revealed the mansion's horrifying secret. Decades ago, he had helped cover up murders. Every visitor curious enough to enter the mansion had become part of a deadly game. And now, Jake and Emily were the latest participants. Panic surged. Emily spotted a small window. "We have to escape," she whispered. They ran. Broken furniture, creaking floorboards, and flickering lights made the mansion feel alive. The caretaker's laughter echoed around them. They reached the window. Emily slipped out first, pulling Jake after her, but the caretaker was faster. He grabbed Jake's arm and pulled him back into the darkness. Emily screamed, running into the woods. Jake was trapped inside as the caretaker disappeared into the shadows, but the mansion wasn't done. Emily heard whispers through the trees. Something followed. Not just the caretaker, something older, hungrier. The mansion had been waiting decades, for her, for Jake, for anyone curious enough to enter. Emily reached the main road, shaking, covered in dirt and fear. She looked back. The mansion sat silently in the fog, but the windows seemed to watch, waiting. The diary, she had left it behind, and its last entry, a warning. They never leave. The house always collects. Tonight, the mansion's story continues, and somewhere in Pennsylvania, a new visitor might soon become its next victim. If you think abandoned houses are just old buildings, think again. In the heart of rural America, some places are alive with secrets that will haunt you forever. Subscribe to True Crime USA for more stories that will keep you awake at night. And remember, curiosity can be deadly.